you go, baby. All right. Okay, here we go. Things to contemplate. Number 1, something you might want to discuss with your womb up front is why you might not have dialogued with her before. And remember, for the brothers, anytime we refer to her womb, you should hear yourself, all right? Because your core of creation, your core of creativity is who you need to address. The heart or essence of yourself would be your womb. As my womb is my essence, the core of you is yours. All right? Say what?
The loins of the man.
The loins of the man? That's dope. You should say that. You be saying some prolific shit in my ear. Tell them niggas that shit. Your loin, man.
Your loins. When we refer, when the book refers to the womb of the woman, then man should refer to the loins of himself. The loins. That's where your creation is. It comes from your testicles, your loins, as they would say.
Yeah, all power to the jid. All power to the jid. All power to the jid. Alright, so something you might want to discuss with your womb or your loin up front is why you have not dialogued before. Alright, so I guess I'll answer this one, then you answer the next one since we've been through them.
All right.
Okay,
peace.
so that's peace. Alright, so peace and power.
We wasn't on this morning, so that's why we going live now. Yeah, we apologize for not being on. Hey, just to let y'all know on Facebook, we going live at the same time on YouTube. So we talking, just
double talking. That's to explain it. All right. So why I've not wanted to dialogue with my womb before? I guess I've kind of told you this before and didn't realize that I was telling you. I thought at first for a long time it was easier to dialogue with the people closer. It was easier to dialogue with the people who hurt me, really. It was easier to dialogue with the people who could physically hurt me. The most my womb could hurt me is humiliating me by telling me a truth about myself. But the men in my face and space could physically hurt me. So to honor them or to oblige them as opposed to myself or my womb was definitely easier. And even after that point, when I first learned introspection, the art of introspection, I didn't want to dialogue with myself because I didn't know myself yet. Much like my relationships, my womb was ready and she was ready to come to the table as herself, but I wasn't myself yet. I was still my ego, and I wasn't ready to square up with my ego. So, it was a process. It was definitely a process. For me, that is what stopped me from dialoguing with my womb. Shame, fear, and ego. Once I could conquer those three things, once I understood myself to be on my side, once I understood myself to be loving and not judgmental, it was easier to have those discussions or those dialogues with myself. So it's peace. All right.
I'm asking the same question.
You can answer number 2, unless it's something like you want to add on. But when me and you did them together, we both pretty much had ego as the answer.
Yeah. It's definitely ego has been one of mine. Besides ego, I can say can I say self-love? Stop me. Not thinking I was worthy of my own love, of love for myself. I guess what I could say stopped me from talking to my loins, getting to know self was thinking how I was treated was the way I was supposed to be treated. Thinking the way others viewed me or ridiculed me, thinking that that's just who I had to be or who I was supposed to be. So I think getting to the core of me was realizing that it was more to me to love, and there's more love that I could give to myself than looking to others. Besides that, I mean, yeah, that was it. Self-love and ego. Self-love and ego.
I don't think a lot of us understand that, on a topical level, like I said, we joke and we play. I don't know how it is in any other community, but in ours, if you talk to yourself, you're crazy. If if you think to yourself, that's fine. If you daydream, all of that's okay. But if you meditate, you're crazy as fuck. And if you talk out loud to yourself, you're definitely crazy. I didn't know that talking out loud to myself is a requirement of self-healing. I will not heal if I do not speak out loud to myself. Short of me being mute, unless I speak out loud to myself, then I exclude myself from healing that I qualify for. Definitely, I know for sure that even sometimes now when I have to be reminded to talk to my womb, because now I never forget to listen, but sometimes I forget to talk back, and that's equally important. But the reason is because we forget that there's a need to, or we don't know that there's a need to. So we seek to speak to a therapist. I know that I haven't spoken to many therapists in my time, just a few, but it's been far more therapeutic since I learned how to be in communion with my womb. The questions that she asks are more effective, and the answers that I have to find open more doors and take me deeper inside myself, where somebody who doesn't know me, who's charging me, who's watching the clock while they talk to me, the healing is definitely different. So that's probably a big thing too, knowing that there's a need to talk to myself or to my womb. Oh, that's peace. That's peace. Oh, okay, so some people's Facebook stopped working. All right. Okay, so number 2, do you feel that talking about your womb or your loin is important? Why or why not? And it says talking about. Do you feel that talking about your womb or your loin is important? Why or why not?
I think it's very important because seeing that we now realize the power of speech and the power of intent and how we can manifest things, then I think if we don't talk about our core, our loins, then we don't vocalize the hurt to address it. Whether it's physical hurt, emotional hurt, even financial hurt, we have to address ourselves. We have to vocalize it, put it on the table with ourselves. I mean, go in the mirror and just talk to yourself. Like she say, man, you'll go talk to a therapist, or you'll come and drop some jewels to anybody else, but you won't sit and have that real live talk to yourself. So, I don't know. I think it's very important to talk to the core. I think if you neglect your core, then you're neglecting yourself. Therefore, you continue to be a follower, or continue to let others manipulate you, dress you instead of you dressing yourself. The book we're reading for is
Sacred Woman. It's Queen Afua, Sacred Woman. A Guide to Healing the Feminine Body, Mind, and Spirit. It's copyright 2000 by Queen Afua, Helen O. Robinson. If you're interested in having the book, I probably have 1 or 2 left. Just email me at daspeace@gmail. DATSPEACE. You know we had to fuck it up.
Yeah.
daspeace@gmail.com. So DATSPEACE, and just put Sacred Woman book in the subject line. Yeah. So right now on our what we're doing, just so you'll know, we're going through Sacred Woman, which is a healing journey. Like I said, unfortunately, the book says woman, and that is unfortunate because so many men have come to me and asked how can they heal, and because I suggest a book that has woman on the title, they're not so interested. But it's peace, because my practices and my commitment to myself and to my ancestors and to you have all led me to such such great reward that this time I wanted to share my sacred union with you and show you how the same book that healed me has the power to heal and grow and help maintain a relationship, and how it has the same power to heal and grow and help maintain a brotherhood, just as it did a sisterhood for me. So that's why we have Sacred Woman. That's why we're going through it. We usually do this during power hours, Het Haru's power hours. So that's usually between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. But this evening we decided to come to you because I missed the Rise and Read. Yeah, so at this particular point we're talking about journaling. We've been covering the importance of who we are, what we've been detached from, and how it will help us and change us. Our Operation Sankofa, to go back to what we once were, healers. So in restoring the ways of our first mothers, we're going through, and one of the first practices we're focusing on is journaling, writing, and not just writing, you know, dear diary, today I had biscuits and shit, but actually going deeper. Like I said, learning how to self-reflect. Because everybody tell you what the fuck you need to do. You need to save money and shit, you know. You need to do this. You need to leave that man. You need to love yourself. A lot of people will tell you what you need to do, but there aren't many practices in our communities that show you how to do it, or that teach you how to do it, or walk you through it until you can ride it out on your own. So that's what we're doing. Teaching by by sharing our journey, how to introspect, how to check yourself, how to change the world you look at by changing, you know, who you are. So there we go. We had things to contemplate, and bullet one was something you might want to discuss with your womb or your loin up front, which is why you might not have dialogue with her before. Look, if you've been with me rocking before, then just rock with me. I got to talk to these newbies for a split second, and you understand, if you came on not too long ago, why that's important. We are learning to honor our wombs the way that we have learned to honor a God in the sky that we've never seen, a God that all of us as Christians or Muslims whatever box we've chosen, and it is indeed a box. No matter what box we've chosen, at some point in our religious lives and our commitments and our love for God, pain has brought us to a point, or stagnation has brought us to a point of asking, where are you, God? And why, God? Why me? This journey teaches you why you. This journey will show you how it can be why not you. This journey is about learning to honor self as much as you can honor an entity you've never seen, and an entity who you've had to question. You've never had to question how real you are. You understand? And so many of us have. So many of us have love and respect and honor and reverence for a God we've never seen, and we don't have the same love, honor, reverence, or respect for ourselves, and we see us every day, or at least physically we do, because when that happens spiritually, we don't see ourselves. We actually vanish. And that's why this journey is important, because for the first time in a long time, we're learning to see again, to see each other. When we say peace reflection, it's because we see one another. If you see me, then that's evidence enough that you're real. We're here together, and that's evidence enough that we can heal. If you see me happy, if you see me whole, if you see me loving, then you know that you qualify. You understand? You know we can get it together. So that's definitely what this is. And what I've learned since going through the Sacred Woman Rites of Passage multiple times is that oftentimes while we cry because we feel like we've been misled or abandoned by God in the sky, it's because we have failed to realize that our God has always been within. We fail to realize that the further you go away from yourself to find God, the further away you are. the further you go away from yourself. It doesn't matter if you've managed to find an online internet's God where all you got to do is roll over in your bed. That you had to roll over, you've already rolled too far away from the real God. The gut is God, the core, the womb, the one that's always been there, the one you've always heard. This journey is about learning to listen and learning to talk back to the real God, your gut God, your gut God, the first time you hear the voice to respond to it. So we get in there, and one of the things that we've learned early on, one of the keys is journaling. I'm reading a book that's grounded in Kemetic Nubian philosophy, where our ancestors literally left writings on a wall. They left us a hieroglyph, a writing on a wall. And because I see everything in our lives as tools to get us to liberation, I recognize that what we share on our Facebook wall is the new hieroglyph. What we share on the new wall is the new hieroglyph. It's the new history that we'll leave for our children. I have to decide now whether I want really to leave on my wall me throwing my ass in a circle, or me on my wall throwing my ass in a sacred circle. I've made the choice. I've chosen life, and that's what this journey is about. Choosing it, to eat it, to breathe it, to think it, to be it, to reflect it. There is no way, and this is not, I'm not conceited, I've conceded. Look them up. I'm not conceited, I've conceded. There is no way that to be in my presence or ours, I give thanks, that you won't be edified or lifted or made better. You won't be drained or drug out. It just doesn't happen. It's because of my our commitment to healing and our commitment to mother and love and all of those things. And all of that I give credit to Sacred Woman for. So that's peace. The journey the fuck around and got dark. I'm not even gonna be able to read out here. Alright. That's why I fuck with you. Put your lighters up. You know what I'm saying? God, come give me the luscious. Damn, black man, I love you.
I love you.
I need you.
I need you.
I want you.
I want you.
I worship you.
I worship you.
I admire you.
I admire you.
I adore you.
I adore you.
I respect you.
I respect you.
I protect you.
I protect you.
Always.
Always.
Straight the fuck up.
Straight the fuck up.
Alright, let's keep pushing. Alright, number 2, do you feel like talking about your womb is important? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Talking is important because we don't have voices. Talking, period, is important, especially about yourself and your shit, because if you don't squeak, well, you don't get no oil.
Closed mouth don't get fed.
Talking is important. Our silence protected us years ago. Many years ago, our silence protected us. To be quiet, our silence protected us at some point. There was a point where if you wanted to live, and that's all you wanted to do, you just wanted to survive. You wanted more than that, but all you could have right now in this particular moment was the choice of actually living or not living. And in order to live, you had to be quiet. We're not there anymore. A lot of the practices that we had then to save us, we still have in practice, and now they're hurting us. That's one of them. Should you talk about your womb? Should you talk about your loins? Should you talk about your life and your feelings? Absolutely. Absolutely. Shaka Khan said, yeah, just use your words. That's peace. We love you too, somebody. That's peace and power. Use your words. Definitely use your words. All right, light me up. Number 3, are you friends with your womb? Or are you friends with your loin? Are you friends with yourself? Why or why not? It's so peace. I know these things are part of our lives because this is shit that we address every day during power hours. That's what I say, when you out here talking about you looking for a man or all you need is a queen. But are you their type though? We know you want a nigga with abs. We totally get that, because niggas with abs look clean as fuck, don't they? But does the nigga with abs want to lift your stomach to get to your cooter? Probably not, sis. Probably not. I'm just saying everybody got choices. Look, you gotta be who you want to see. You know what I'm saying? That's easy money. So are you friends with your womb? Are you friends with your loin? Are you friends with yourself? I don't want this to be the part where you beat yourself up and be like, oh my God, no, I'm not friends with me and nobody else should be. This is the part where you decide how to change it. Where you decide what you have to do. Yeah, like I said, where you decide to be what you want to reflect, you know, what you want to attract, rather. What you want to attract. It'll help you if you do not, because like I said, we can square up with everybody else except our fucking self. You know what I'm saying? We can square up with everybody else except our fucking self. It's easy to get in the ring until you gotta square up with your own fucking ego. It's easy peasy. So if that's the case, then I'm gonna give you a free pass. Don't even assess your shit right now. Take a pause and don't do no introspection. Actually look at your fucking circle. Just look at your circle. Look at your favorite 5 and see how the fuck they life is looking. Fam. If they shit is looking ugly, trust and believe. That's you right there. That's you right there. That's you right there. If you can't get in the ring and look at your own shit directly, look at your partner shit. Your partner and them, and know that y'all shit is the same shit. Like he said, you're going the same places. You're wearing the same. Hell, you sharing the same fucking clothes. You actually sharing the same fucking clothes. Listen, when I say you walking a mile in each other's shoes, I mean literally, sis. Damn. Everybody got choices. Are you friends with your womb? Are you friends with your loin? Are you friends with yourself? Do you like you? Do you love you? Are you your best you? Are you making necessary steps to be the best you? That's it. It's much easier to say than it is to do, but it's necessary to do. I mean, of course, if you want to live. And I don't just mean survive or go through life like we've been going through life. Funeral ready. You hear this shit from me all the time. You want to go through life funeral ready. Like they already got you ready to die. Straight the fuck up. Ready to die. You know it. Your house is a box. You wake up in your boxy bed. You hop in your box car. You drive to your fucking box job. You sit in the box cubicle. You hop in the box again to get all the way back to your box house. And you do the same shit. You watch a little box phone the whole fucking time. Then you get home and turn on a 42-inch box and shit. Then come the fuck on. You just do that shit every day, every day, every day, every day. Every day, every day, every day, every day, until they put you in a pine box. Stop it, I say. Is that what you want to do? Or do you want to really live? Do you want to really live? Like that little toy at the doctor's office where the kids can push the shapes across the little colored wires and shit. Do you want a life that's just a whole bunch of fucking boxes and shit? Or do you want like circles and ovals and stars and shit? Because sprinkles are for fucking winners. Straight up. Yeah, get you some sprinkles and shit. You feel me? Just say fuck any one of them boxes. I know it's a lot of boxes. Just say fuck any one of them boxes. And I mean, like, be like, fuck it. Don't think about the repercussions and none of that shit. Like, just pick any one of the boxes and just be like, fuck it. Just one time. Just one time and liberate yourself and shit. You feel me? Even if you just be like, you know what? You might pull up at the fucking KFC tomorrow at lunch and shit, and you're gonna see the big box $5 meal, and you're gonna be like, you know what, today, fuck your box, nigga. Fuck your chicken, nigga. Just cause you got free tonight. You understand what I'm saying? Just cause you got free tonight.
Or just, matter of fact, free yourself in that TV box dinner you finna eat.
I'm trying to tell you out there on the West Coast, let's ride right by the Jack in the Box and shit in the morning. Don't let them niggas distract you with the ultimate breakfast biscuit. Do they still have that motherfucker? The ultimate breakfast biscuit that they used to have at Jack in the Box? Don't even answer that. Fuck that box too, nigga. Fuck Jack and his box. Keep pushing. Keep pushing, family. Keep pushing. Sonic got they put their hot dogs in a box, in the long box, the Coney box and shit. Fuck all the boxes.
That's right. Nah, I say so. Fuck the box of cigarettes too.
There you come
She
on.
Like 5 days
saying?
with no cigarettes. All right. Fuck the box of cigarettes.
Fuck that shit.
You brothers out there, fuck them box of Black and Miles.
That's it. Fuck that shit. Yeah,
Fuck that box.
Just find one box and just be like, fuck it. Cause they never put no life in a box. Not never. Not no life ever came in no box. Real life don't come in a box, family. It doesn't come in a box. It doesn't. Alright, let's keep pushing. Every time you do that shit, I be like, wanna suck your dick on autopilot. Straight the fuck out. I be like, yo, he takes good care of me. True story. Alright, here we go. Number 4, damn, I love you. How have you silenced your womb? Alright. How have you silenced your womb? How have you silenced your loin? How have you silenced yourself?
Wow, that's a deep one.
It is. I was about to say, that's one that would actually make me cry if I answered it transparently.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
With some transparency.
How have you silenced? How have I silenced myself?
It's like that.
For one, if I'm not loving my fucking self. Not loving myself enough to speak up or speak out. Have I silenced myself? By placing myself in a corner of darkness instead of stepping out of the light that I know I should be in due to choices. How have I silenced myself? By turning a blind eye or a deaf ear to bullshit, tolerating, lowering my vibrations for bullshit.
With pain?
With pain. Damn, I put a band-aid on my own fucking death.
With pain, that's a good one. Deshaun put that one up there. But that's peace.
I put a band-aid on my own death. I silenced my own or somebody else's integrity.
We do it all the time.
Damn.
We do it all the time. Like when I was little, that's what made me feel like I was a god or something. That's what made me feel like I knew like people would pick at me for being black and shit, right? Even black people. But I knew that I was a part of some exclusive ass club. Like I felt lit for no fucking reason. And nobody would tell me that I was lit, but I knew that it was something. But that's what it is. Like I've never met a people. And I do say people. When I say a people, I'm giving you your good, your bad, and your ugly. Like I mean, I say white people, your good, your bad, and your ugly. And when I say Mexicans, your good, your bad, and your ugly. And the same. So with our good, our bad, and our ugly, and even when I would weigh it, I would still never see a more compassionate people, a more loving people, a more lenient people, a more forgiving people, a more resilient people. If I go tell a Mexican woman she's God, she gonna smile her flat ass off. If I go and tell a white woman she's God, she gonna bat her fake lash at me and tell me she no. If I go and tell a black woman that she's God, her humility won't allow her to accept it. Surely she can't be God. Like, are you so God that you humble yourself? You listen. So God that you're all loving. So God that you're ever present. You're everywhere and all the time and always loving and always standing and always saving and reaching. Look, I know who God is. I know who God is. How have I silenced my womb? I've silenced my womb because at first I didn't know who God was. I didn't have permission to speak. Who was I to speak? I was too humble to speak. I was too humble to speak and too compassionate to speak. If I'm with my husband and I don't want to have sex, or it hurts when we have sex, he's too rough all the time, I just don't want to have sex, and I still do. My womb is screaming, no, not tonight, please, play sick, a headache, shower late, whatever the fuck it is. Your period is on, like, and for me to roll over and go anyway, that's to silence my womb. That's what it was like for me to silence my womb. For many black women today, we're not taught communication skills. They teach us how to talk to white people. You know, they teach us how to get a job. And that's what I mean by how to talk to white people. How to put on your white face so you can get a job. They don't teach us how to talk to black men. My mother and my grandmother never taught me how to speak to black men. They told me how not to talk to white men, but they never taught me how to talk to my man. So I never knew. So and he never learned how to talk to me or how to teach me. Certainly not. Nah, he might have learned how to get some pussy, but he ain't learned how to talk to me. He learned how to make his body talk. And so now here we are coming up together in a way where we don't know how to speak to each other. I don't know how to ask you for shit, black man, without using pussy to ask for it. I don't know how to say thank you without using pussy. I don't know how to say I need you without using pussy. And because they've wired you to just accept as much pussy as you can get, you're just going to keep taking it and taking it, never considering what message I'm truly trying to convey. And so we've both silenced ourselves with sex, and we've both silenced ourselves with pain. We've both silenced ourselves with ignorance. We've both silenced ourselves with shame. And the list goes on. I mean, you can say topical shit like, oh, I silenced mine with drugs and clubbing. I silenced mine with sex and alcohol. But if you go deeper and deeper and deeper, you'll find out some other things that you've used. Some other things. You just got to make sure that you're aware of all of them. It's the only way to fix them is to address all of them. All right. Look, I don't know how long we've been on here. I'm getting really hungry. Look at there. Kenya said, blasphemy is not acknowledging my God self. If I am created in the image of God, then not calling me by my name is blasphemy. And that's peace.
That's peace.
That's peace. I see you, God. God, is that you? I thought I recognized you. That's peace. All right, here we go. Number 5, write about what's going on in your life and how this may affect your attitude toward your womb. What does your womb have to say about all of this? Ask her. She'll reply directly and honestly. All right. Write about what's going on in your life and how this may affect your attitude toward your womb. It said, what's going on in your life? I feel like I covered this already, but I guess I cover the same things all the time. Remember, there's a topical way to go through this healing, and there's a real life way to go through this healing. And when they say, write about what's going on in your life and how this may affect your womb, that means all the shit that you rattle off, the shit you be like I said, it feels like I said this all before. When you be talking to your homegirl, you be like, man, this nigga getting on my nerves, and these children don't know how to fuck to act, and these bill collectors just keep fucking calling like they want some money and shit. Like, those things that you rattle off with such ease that bother you, right? Go in depth with those things. Because each of those things, when I say, some sister might say, but it says those things that affect your womb or those things that affect your loin. Those things do. Remember, everything that we go through, every disease, every dysfunction, everything, every pain, every healing, every single thing we go through affects us mind, body, and spirit. That's inescapable. All 3 bodies are going to be affected, mind, body, and spirit, right? So when you write about, like I said, so what the fuck is going on with your children, what the fuck is going on in your relationship, what the fuck is going on at your job and in your finances, all of those things have the power to manifest physically. All of those things have the power to affect your womb. And you know that, like I said, even for the sister who just associate womb with sex, if you're still at that point, because I know where you are in your enlightenment by that, bless it to you. If you're still at a point where you associate womb with just sex, if your job fucked up, your car fucked up, your nigga fucked up, and your kids fucking up, do you feel like fucking or nah? Listen, see it how you see it, and it's gonna still be crystal fucking clear. It's gonna still be crystal clear. Everything in your life is affecting you, all of you. And you need to figure out how it's affecting your womb. You need to find out how it's affecting your womb. I don't want to even start talking to you yet like I'm Queen Afua and start talking to you about how if you constipated and you can't shit, how you should be concerned about some of the relationships that you still holding on to. How mind, body, and spirit, if you can't shit, it's some shit you can't get rid of. And then anyway, you're not ready to receive all of that yet. We're gonna stick right here with right now everything that's bothering you or affecting you. You don't have to use like, yeah, baby, write everything down, but more in depth, write why it bothers you, why you think it got that way, what you think could change it, what can you change about you to change that thing, right? If it's nothing but changing the way that you see it. You know what? I was talking to my uncle earlier today, and he dropped the gem and didn't even know it. He was like, once you know who you are and you know the promise that once you know that there's a promise that you're supposed to have all and you're supposed to have more, once you know who you are, you know the promise, right? And the promise is you've been promised increase. Now, once you know that, you know to look for it. You understand? Kind of like you go through life and don't nobody say shit. Matter of fact, if a nigga tell you you gonna get paid Friday, you go look for the money Friday, you know? It's like once you know, somebody tell you to expect it. Maybe you wasn't never looking for love or looking for money until a psychic told you. Now you looking for it. That's it. When you know what the promise is, it's easier to look for it. And when you look for shit, you already know, just like you when you went through that nigga phone the other day. When you look for shit, you're gonna find shit. If you start looking for your increase, you'll find your increase. Did you know that? So that means every day you go through life looking for your increase, not your manipulation, not where you get over on somebody, not the lick, not the come up. No, where you look for your increase. When you review the day, find where you were increased by it. Sometimes it's a lesson, sometimes it's a blessing. Look, but you gotta look and really do inventory to find out where your increase is. Once you do that, you'll be better off. That's gonna also help you to determine how things are affecting your womb. Because if I'm saying that, like if on my list is my child is wilding the fuck out, they talking to me like they ain't got no goddamn sense, that's on my list of things. And me trying to find my increase, my child is in my house slamming doors. My child ain't done ran away and done skipped county lines, and I don't know. I got to call search parties to find my child. My child's so mad at me that my child is calling other family members to tell my business. My child ain't called no fucking police and made up no shit like some of these crazy fucking babies. My child ain't called her buddies and said, let's get a plan to go and kill my motherfucking mama in her sleep. My baby done lost his motherfucking mind so good, he's slamming doors in my house. In my house where I can see him, where I can feel him, where I can hear him. My baby's so goddamn mad at me that he calling my mama, talking shit about me. My mama. Listen, you got to find your increase no matter how small it be. You got to find your favor or find your come up in everything. Once you find that, every day, your increase will get bigger. It'll get easier to identify your increase. But all of these things will only come about if you decide what's going on in your life and then look more deeply at how it's affecting your womb. All right? Listen, we still got 3 bullets.
No, we good. Stay up.
He's saying we good. Like, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. That's it. Stay looking. Find your increase. You have to. If you don't, somebody else will. Trust and fucking believe it. If you don't, somebody else will. Somebody else will, and they always looking for it. You know, when Oprah came out, Oprah wasn't shit, right? She was just a fat black woman and just probably some mammy, and that's the only way she got on. And somebody went and fucking bought Oprah.com. I think they might have bought the website for $10 or $12 or some shit. Maybe $10 or $12 a year. I don't know. This was before Oprah was any fucking body. Like, the internets was just coming up and shit. Like, nobody was big as the internets made everybody. Everybody was kind of big, but you know how the internets did it. This motherfucker went and bought Oprah.com, right? And when Oprah was ready to buy Oprah.com, homie had enough clout, like that belonged to him, and he could sell that for however much he wanted to. Hold on, where's your lighter at? Yeah, hold on, family. Yeah, so with the Oprah.com joint, he could sell it back to her. She did get it, of course, and shit. And I don't even know how many millions. Damn, I wish we had one of these phones available so I can fucking look and tell you. Shit, reply directly to attitude may affect your womb. What's going on in life? Yeah. People are always looking to capitalize on your increase. If you don't see it and you don't know your value, you're going to fuck around and sleep on your increase, right? I ain't talking about no straw man theory shit. You can go get some money and shit, because that's probably real money. I don't doubt that. But if your ass get close to it like everything else, they're going to probably fucking kill you before you get all your straw man chippies. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about every day in your day-to-day life, find your increase, find your value, and find it right the fuck away. You don't have time no more. Like, you say, I'm trying to find my increase. I'm going to try to find my increase. Don't try. You have to find your increase every time, even in every conversation and in every conflict. Before you get home and be like, damn, that was a test and I failed it. Damn. Nah, find it in every conversation. Find your increase immediately. Don't matter how big or small it is. If a motherfucker talking sideways to you, that you can hear is peace. It's a motherfucker who woke up today who couldn't hear, and yesterday they could hear clearly. That I can hear you talking this fuck shit before I walk away. Before I walk away on these 2 good feet, nigga. Hey, look, find your increase. Find your increase. All right, we're going to move on. If you don't, somebody else will. Trust and believe it. Yeah, somebody uploading my videos and shit on YouTube, getting more views than me and shit. Listen, somebody else will capitalize on you if you don't. Find your increase. You say number 6, have you divorced yourself from your womb and disowned your womb pain? If so, how? What band-aids have you used to cover up your pain and dissatisfaction? Food, drugs, alcohol, work, sex, and so on. You got that one?
Have you divorced yourself from your womb? So what band-aids have you used to cover up your womb?
You can read it out loud.
Okay. Have you divorced yourself from your loins, from yourself, and disowned your self-pain? If so, how? What band-aids have you used to cover up your womb pain and your dissatisfaction? Food, drugs, alcohol, work, and sex. Personally, I've used sex and work. I've used sex and work to cover my self-pain. If anybody know me, like I work around the clock. I work around the clock to hide, I guess, just sometimes the feeling of self-worth. So you work extra hard to try to bring value to yourself. I like to tell people that I work so hard and I hustle so hard and I got so many different hustles because I take care of so many different people. I take care of a lot of people. And it's true, like, I take care of a lot of people. So I hustle different ways. But when it boils down to it, like, I can do the same amount with less output of energy, and put it that way. So, yeah, and as far as sex, like I used to use sex as a way to, what I thought was, oh, I'm going to use sex to heal someone else, when in actuality I was trying to use sex to heal myself or hide the hurt from inside, you know what I mean? And hurt people. And even if I thought I was bringing pleasure, I was actually bringing hurt, because knowing that that's all it was that moment, you know, shit real though, man. That's self-evaluation and what it takes though. But I had to do that. But those are my vices to hide my self-hurt. was I divorced myself each time I engaged in sex, because it was never me that you was, even though you might like me, it wasn't me you was having sex with. But I would give you that, thinking I would give you what you want. Really, it was just a cover up for me. Real talk.
Alright, hold on. Redbird said, I've used work and busyness. I people please to mask the pain, but they end up getting me taken for granted and taken advantage of.
That's real, Redbird. Hey, Redbird, confirmation, synchronization, real talk. I agree with you, Redbird. I'm the same shit. People please. You make sure everybody else is A1. Everybody else is eating, and you put yourself on the line for everybody else. Like I live that way. But see, that's the way I was raised by my grandma. Self-sacrifice. Like I just was somebody today. I watched my grandmother serve Jesus, serve the preacher man, serve all her kids. But nobody served her. So to me, that's God, because in reality we live in now, everybody serves. God serves everybody to a degree. God serves everybody, but when do we turn around and actually serve God? You know what I mean? So you out here serving everybody, but nobody's serving you, and you God. Everybody calling on God, you answering it. Everybody praying to God, and you answering that call. Who answering your call? But y'all definitely use work. Cause I literally real talk, like 7 days a week, 12-hour shifts, traveling state roads.
Oh wait, we got a lot of comments going on over here. Okay. What's going on?
Okay, over here on YouTube, I drank the pain, wanting to just party and have fun and work hard. Then my excuse was work hard and play harder. Right, me too. I was raised by my great-grandmother deep in the church. She was from a different era, 1919. Who heals the healer? Right, who heals the healer? You got to heal. It's sad, but you got to heal yourself. In order to heal yourself, sometimes you got to disconnect. You got to unplug yourself from everybody and everything. You have to become that introvert. That means go inside and heal yourself.
If the healer is not healed, the healer is not a healer. Can't nobody sick heal you. Am I right or wrong? You won't let, like I said, you won't let nobody who hair fucked up do your hair. So you certainly not gonna let nobody who's sick heal you. You don't want to go to no sick ass doctor, okay? Now I done been in the AA, I done been in the NA, I done been through the recovery programs, and I know that all of the people in the recovery programs are people who've done recovered. What they don't have is no fucking fiend taking my goddamn piss for no piss test. Now the healer must be self-healed before they qualify to heal. Like I said, now, true enough, all of the shit that condemned you to hell in your old life is what qualify you to heal in your new life. But unless you using it on yourself, then you can't put out nobody else's fire as long as you inflame. That shit's not gonna happen. So that's the point in this. As you learn to heal yourself, others will be inspired to heal themselves. That's what we say. Who heals the healer? I know you didn't ask me that when we talking about. Hold on. I know you didn't ask me that. Who heals the healer? I know you didn't, sis. I am a distinctive, beautiful flower with a healing herb, with the heart, with the womb, with the heart and the healing, and the womb and the healing. And we distinctive healers, girl. I come with the medicine to heal myself. You know what it is. You know what it is. Tell me who gonna heal you. When that nigga left you and you were there by yourself, you thought you were there by yourself, who was there? Yourself. When them folk came and repoed that car and you had to walk home by yourself, who were there? Yourself. Boop. There it is.
Ty Gemini, fuck that job. Tell them niggas, say fuck your job, niggas. I'm going to heal myself.
Fuck that box, nigga.
She been laid off. She's taking time to disconnect and heal herself.
And that's peace real. Too, because I remember when I had met a sister who was like, I lost my job and shit, and I was like, wait a minute, where did you work? She's like, at the Verizon. I was like, what you mean you lost it? It ain't on 3rd Street no more? It ain't at 3rd and Main? She like, yeah, it's still at, it's still at 3rd and Main. So the motherfucking not lost then. You didn't lose your job. You losing your mind if you believe you lost your job. That wasn't your fucking job. That wasn't your building. Verizon is not your fucking job. That's not your fucking building. Oh, you got work to do, but Verizon wasn't it. If you've been laid off, that's peace. That's peace as fuck. That means somebody escorted you right into your life purpose. Get the fuck up out of that building talking about you lost your job. Now you lost your goddamn mind. See, now you can do what the fuck you supposed to been doing. Now you can do what the fuck you knew you supposed to been doing. That dream you been sleeping on.
That's right. They lost you. That's real.
Nah, they ain't lost your ass neither. You still at the same goddamn address because you're going to be waiting on that W-2. Hey, look. I don't know where we at, but I got to get my man up off of here. We got to go have family time, y'all. I love y'all and shit, but this is how we going to keep the Black Union strong. You know what I'm saying? He over here massaging my foot and shit. Do y'all see that shit? It's time for me to go. He done hit the spot, goddamn GB20. Now, I don't know what fucking coordinate he done hit and shit, but... I'm gonna be fat. Straight. Alright, look, we gotta go. Yeah, we gotta go. Jamila, we really is gonna be back in town and shit tomorrow. Early. Alright, I love y'all. I really do. And we'll see y'all at Power Hours. No bullshit tomorrow. Power Hours, we're gonna go ahead and finish up we're going to finish up the last 2 questions for journaling on page 50. Remember, if you don't have a book and you want a book, it's Sacred Woman, Queen Afua. If you got Amazon or Amazon Prime, you can try to get it there if you're trying to get it expedited. If you got to look first, though, to buy it locally from a black store. Before you reach out to me, before you try Amazon, just Google black bookstore near me. Ask around, shit. If you can't ask people about books and shit, ask niggas where they get black soaps and shea butters and shit. But find out how you can support your stores to keep them open. It's hard out here for our stores to stay open. Please, please, please. Please, please, please. Our black bookstores are closing. It's not that they're not opening. Always, don't you let them motherfuckers fool you. We ain't stopped reading ever. We always opening stores. We just hardly have money for marketing and advertising, so we rely on word of mouth. You know what I'm saying? And please just look for us. You know what I mean? Like you look for a job and you look for a dress. You'll ride the fuck out looking for a club dress or a birthday dress. Look to support your family. They are out there. Be like, ain't no shit out here where we live. You ain't never motherfucking looked though, my nigga. Listen, go look, go ask, boots on the ground. Find out how you can support your local black bookstores first. Call them, tell them you need it. Sacred Woman, Queen Afua. And if all else fails, reach out to me. We'll make sure you got one. Just email me at datspeace, DATSPEACE @gmail.com. Put Sacred Woman Book in the subject line.
Oh, and also, if you find a black bookstore and they lit, plug them. Tag us in it. Plug them. Go live. Promote them. Give them that promotion. Go live and put them on there.
If you too private and you like not one of them people who be like, nah, you don't really do the internets like that, then just take a snapshot of. Just take interesting snapshots, maybe of the business card or the store. It doesn't matter, whatever resonate with you, and email them to us, and we'll plug that shit.
And we'll damn sure get on scene.
Yeah, we fuck around and fall through on it.
We'll get on scene now, shit. We love that. We love finding them jewels. But the one we found this week though, yeah, it was lit.
Yeah, it was.
And we finally found Man Here Thyself. The Emerald Tablets. Yeah, check that out, man. I'm definitely gonna be doing that now. I done committed. I done gave y'all word. I done gave the queen word. I'm doing Man Here Thyself 12-week program. Woo! Let's get it. That's real. Let's get it. So yeah, tell your kings, tell your brothers, tell your daddy, your uncle. Yeah. They ain't gotta watch it live, but it'll be there for them.
All right. I don't know. Okay, here we go. Let's ring on out of here. 'Cause I'm hungry. Plus, this weed won't smoke itself. I am a distinctive, beautiful flower and a healing herb with a heart, a mind, breast, buttocks, and a womb. I come with sacred earth medicine to heal myself. All right. So y'all remember, I love y'all, and y'all throw y'all ass in a sacred circle and shit. We'll be back together at 5:04 a.m. Catch me at the 9. All right. You ready to close out, or you trying to make sure we're not missing anything?
I'm missing it.
Alright.
Oh, that's good. I love you, Paul, Pan African.
Oh.
And everyone knows the place in Charlotte. Let me know. Oh,
Alright.
yeah.
Now that's peace. I love you, Kenya. Alright. Alright, y'all.
Peace. And
Peace. Peace and love. Alright, you gonna hit me on the finish over there? Alright, y'all.